Alright, what's up? This is my Madden 20 computer versus computer watch mode. Every game, every play will be watched. I have a page on Operation Sports 2 that I update on. I just figured this would be a little bit quicker and easier than trying to write everything out. I might still do that in some stuff. But so far, let's see here. I did realize it took me till the end of week 1 to realize. I thought I had to do the games in order, because I didn't want, like, if I did a game in the afternoon, I didn't want every game before it to be simulated. But then I realized it can't do that if I'm controlling every team. As you can see, my name's above every team. I think NBA 2K actually is the one that you have to go in order. Anyways, here's some week 1 games. Green Bay over Chicago. That one's on YouTube. I only have like 5 or 6 on YouTube. I have the link to my YouTube account down below on Operation Sports 2. Let's see. Rams crushed Carolina. For the most part, the games kind of came out like I thought they would be. I don't know why it says played 0. Every game was played. The ones that say 0, they weren't simulated. That was a little bit of a shocker. Miami over Baltimore. Of course, Miami scored 14 points in the 4th and came back and won. No thanks to the run game. Let's see, this is the game I think Lamar Jackson didn't really run in. Yeah, 2 carries, 18 yards. I think I fixed the problem though. But it's only gonna happen for home games, because I'm gonna use I kind of explained it on one of my posts on Operation Sports that I found a playbook that does more of like read options, RPOs, that will actually make the quarterback run a little more. And I'll use that on teams like Baltimore, Carolina, Arizona, Seattle. Well, Wilson doesn't run read options as much, but we'll see. But I can only give custom playbooks to home teams, which is kind of dumb on here, but whatever. Like right before you get ready to start a game. Right before you get ready to start a game, you're pretty much locked on whatever team you're controlling at the time. Like right now, I'm controlling San Francisco, or I could pick any other coach. So, yeah, it's kind of dumb that you can only pick a custom playbook for the team that you're controlling. Anyways, let's see. I think Jacksonville crushed KC. That was kind of a shocker. I think the games mostly came out like I thought they would though. Seattle beat Cincinnati pretty good. Niners crushed Tampa Bay. Dallas crushed the Giants. That game, I was actually controlling the Giants at the time, so it actually let me do a substitution during the game. So I actually pulled Daniel Jones. He was, let's see, not that I'm trying to like help any certain teams, but he was, go 5 of 16 passing, an interception, was sacked twice, and only had 10 yards passing, so I brought Eli Manning in. He finished the game out, was 12 of 18, 109 yards, a touchdown, and interception. The interception was actually a pick 6. I thought that was kind of hilarious. I was like, really? Saquon Barkley, 105 yards, but only had 8 carries, which is kind of strange. I think, well, that and Dallas controlled a lot of the game. He had a 73-yard run. I have done the second game for the Giants, and I think he did a little bit better. Actually, let's go check that out. Even Daniel Jones did better. So yeah, I figured out I don't have to go in order now. I could just pick whatever games I want to do. Where'd it go? Oh, this game. Giants bounce back after getting whipped by the Cowboys. They beat Buffalo 20-14. Um, Josh Allen was actually the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week for Week 1, and this time not so good. 18 of 33, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 21 yards was his longest throw, 144 yards. Daniel Jones did much better this game. Of course, he didn't face as tough as defense. He was 22 of 45, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Saquon, 24 carries, 109 yards. That's like perfect stats right there, especially on Madden. He used to always have trouble getting the run game going. The Bills running back, Gore, 15 carries, 66 yards. Anyways, let's go back to week 1 real quick. I think the game of the week, Detroit crushed Arizona. I thought Kyler Murray was going to do a little bit better. I know some Cowboy fans probably want to see how Dallas did. Prescott, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, 17 of 24 passing. Zeke, 23 carries, 139 yards, and a touchdown. The longest run was 21 yards. Pretty realistic looking. Let's see. Amari Cooper, 3 catches, 95 yards. Probably could have used a few more catches, but he had the 68-yard touchdown pass. I know that was a touchdown because I seen it on when I was looking at the highlights. Let's see. I think the game of the week, though, had to have been this one here. Pittsburgh, New England. It was back and forth, back and forth. As you can tell, went to overtime. Excuse me. And, yeah. It's kind of funny because Tom Brady, 332 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. But that 1 touchdown was in overtime. Yep, 2 feet down, touchdown Edelman. So he went all regulation, no touchdowns. They were the only team that had the ball in overtime. I think I have a video clip of it though, actually I might post. I'm trying to do a little bit better at adding highlight packages, like 5 to 8 minute highlight things. So we'll see, instead of full games, or even add full games, but then down below add in the timestamp of like certain plays. But Roethlisberger, 27 of 43, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 413 yards. How was the rush in that game? James White, 20 carries, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. I was kind of hoping that Sony Michel and James White they would split carries a little bit more, but it's alright. But yeah, in overtime, the Patriots were the only ones that had the ball. And Brady drives downfield and throws this nice corner route. Hopefully I can actually add it in. I haven't done a lot of editing on videos and whatnot, but I'll try to find it. But it was pretty nice. It was a corner out to Edelman, caught the ball and had 2 feet in, just barely. Game over, just like that. I think that was definitely the game of the week. Shocker of the week. Probably Jacksonville crushing KC. I'm not saying Jacksonville was bad, but that was just like, eh. Mahomes, 334 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Sacked 7 times though. 35 of 48 passing. Now there's some games where it seems like they pass a lot. but I don't know. Nick Foles, 277 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. 25 of 35 passing. He was sacked 8 times. There's been some games where the quarterbacks have been sacked a lot. In other games, there was a total of 2 sacks between both teams, so it varies. This one was kind of interesting. I seen that play. It was on a fake field goal, I believe. Yeah, and Gardner Minshew threw a touchdown pass. Of course he would. I know all about this guy, watching him in the Pac-12 as a Duck fan. Let's see. The 2 Monday Night Football games. I guess they were okay until Denver pulled away in that one. Oh, on here, I don't have the updated rosters like with Brady and Tampa Bay. All the recent moves that have been going on. This is more of EA's updated version. It's either EA's or someone's I downloaded. But this has a Andrew Luck on Denver. So he comes out of retirement. He pretty much does kind of like a Peyton Manning. Leaves the Colts, becomes a Broncos quarterback. Same thing. 387 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bronco fans have to be happy with that move. Derek Carr was sacked 7 times. As you can see, yeah, Mariota's still in Tennessee. Actually, whoever's roster this is, they did Mariota dirty. They got Mariota at 69 overall. I'm like, really? He's not that low. But that was week 1. So week 2, Rams beat the Saints. That was actually not a bad game. I was wondering if the Saints were going to bounce back from their loss in week 1, I think. They lost to Houston on the first Monday night game. And the Rams crushed the Panthers 32-9. In fact, Carolina was sacked 9 times and they scored 9 points. So that defense is really flexing its muscle. So I thought, okay, can they stop the Saints and Drew Brees? Well, the Saints did a little better than Carolina, but the Rams still had that offense going. It really wasn't, the Rams really didn't blow it open until the 4th quarter. Brees, yeah, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 21-33. Goff was 29-36. He was sacked 5 times though. 341 yards. That offense is just on fire right now. However, if I'm not mistaken, the Rams' next 2 games, I'll have to check. I think it's against Seattle and San Francisco. That should be interesting. Rushing, Alvin Kamara, 17 carries, 129 yards. Actually, what's funny is the Saints started with the ball, and on their first play, they did a toss to Kamara, who broke a tackle, and then for some reason, there was like no defense around. Got to the outside and was gone. 72 yards, first play of the game. Since then, they slowed him down to about, 57? Which is still not bad. Todd Gurley, not really the best game after his week 1 performance, where I think he had 160 yards rushing in the first game. Of course, he only had 12 carries this game. However, I think it does have something to do with, and I might bump it back up to 15 minutes, but I lowered it down to 13. Not because I was trying to make the games go by faster, but because it just seemed like there was way too many plays per game. Like some teams were almost in the 80s in number of plays. So I thought maybe if I drop a couple minutes off each quarter, it might get it more around the high 50s, low 60s, mid 60s kind of plays per game. But I might do a couple more at 13 minutes just to see. Like this one, Carolina definitely bounced back. I don't know what's with so much scoring in the fourth quarter, but yeah. This was actually one of those games where Carolina used the custom playbook, the RPO read option playbook, and obviously Newton didn't have to pass that much. 16 of 22. He was sacked 5 times. See, this game had 9 total sacks. So, I think a couple of those were because they were trying to take off and run and got caught. Winston being Winston, 2 interceptions. 25 of 39 passing. But yeah, I was kind of curious how the running would look with the new custom playbook I gave Carolina. Newton, 13 carries, 99 yards. McCaffrey, 13 carries, 56 yards. Not bad. I wouldn't mind seeing McCaffrey get a few more carries, closer to 20. But again, that might have something to do with the 13-minute quarters because technically I'm taking off, what is it, 8 minutes a game now? From 13-minute quarters to 15. It's like 2 minutes each quarter. So I might bump it back up. We'll see. Luke Kuechly had 27 tackles in the first game. Now apparently, I don't know if they changed it on Madden or it's always been like this and I just wasn't paying attention. But on tackles, they're putting the combined solo and assist. So yeah, he had 27 in the first game. He had 11 this game, which is a little more average. Anyways, let's go see. Now, Cardinal Raven game, I might do that one next and give Baltimore the same playbook that Carolina had with the running quarterback, read option, RPO. We'll see. I mean, I know Baltimore's playoff playbook on here is kind of a running playbook too, so I don't know, we'll see. Then again, he only ran it twice in week 1. I'm thinking I might have already done it, but I'm trying to think of what the game of the week would be for week 2, and that might have been it there. Even had the game not been played yet, I probably still would have picked that one as game of the week. Or I don't know, maybe this one. Patriots with that overtime win, taking on a team that just beat Baltimore. I don't know. But I would say Seahawks Steelers actually is a pretty good game. Cardinals Ravens, 2 running quarterbacks. Nah, you gotta go with this one. Saints and Rams, I think, would be the game of the week, even before it was played. Like the game to look forward to the most. Let's see. Stats real quick. Try not to make this too long of a video. I guess this is kind of the wrong time to be showing the stats because there's 3 games that I've had 2 games played. Or 3 games. 3 teams that I have 2 games played. So the stats are a little skewed. You got some players with 2 games listed and some with 1. But it kind of gives you an idea because the top 4 quarterbacks right now played 4 games. So you kind of can base it off of these 4, how things are looking so far. I'm kind of wondering as the season goes if some of these numbers will kind of average out. Because I know it's still early. Some quarterbacks are throwing a lot of yards in a game. High percentage. 77% passing, 421 yards, but that's just one game. See, Tevin Coleman for San Francisco. In one game, he had 163 yards, 26 carries, and a touchdown. Not bad. And then the other Niner running back kind of almost did exactly what he was doing in real life towards the last half of the season. Raheem Mostert, 9 carries, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. I was like, kind of almost what he was doing with the Niners in real life. I guess I'll do another one of these videos after week 2 is complete. That way everyone's on the same number of games played. Here's week 1's top players. Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Xavier Rhodes. I think that's Michael Pierce, maybe. I think. Anyways. Yeah, all in all, not bad so far. Standings, nothing real too fancy to show you right now. It's still early. Yeah, Patriots are. I don't know why I was thinking they had 2 games played. Bills 0-2 start. Hopefully they can turn that around. The NFC, Rams are 2-0. Looking unstoppable right now. Saints are 0-2. That's kind of a shocker. Of course, they played Houston and LA, 2 good teams. Buccaneers are 0-2. No surprise there. That's going to be a long season for them. Let's see who the Saints play next. Maybe they're going to get a little breather next game. Ooh, no, it doesn't get any easier. Saints play the Seahawks in Seattle and home against the Cowboys. So there's a good chance the Saints could be 0-4. Huh, wow. And I was just talking about the, here, I know I can go to team schedule this way. I know I was just wondering who the Rams are playing next. I think it was the Niners and Seahawks. Oh no, I was way off. Huh, I'm trying to think of who I was thinking of. Rams play the Browns. Oh, it's down here. That's right. I thought they were playing the Seahawks and Niners next. No. They got a couple more, probably. If the game plays out like it should, they should win those 2 games easily. And then it's the Seahawks, Niners, Falcons. I just hope that the game plays out like it should be, like the better players doing better, the better teams doing better. I did turn off the X Factor abilities and all those other fancy little things that you get to warm up to, the superstar things. I forgot what they're called, but I turned those off and just strictly said, hey, let's just base it off of the player attributes, not get any special, X Factor things. Ravens, I think they'll bounce back and beat the Cardinals. I'm not sure yet, like when it comes to playbooks, I don't think I'm going to give Kansas City the running quarterback playbook because Patrick Mahomes isn't. I mean, he's all right, but it's not his main focus is not running like Lamar Jackson or Cam Newton. I know even Cam Newton's kind of not been running as much. But we'll see. Any other teams? Ooh, they got crushed by the Eagles. Now they have the Cowboys next. Saints got, yeah, we were just talking about that. Seahawks, Cowboys. Yeah. Oh, after that though, Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, Chicago, Arizona. So they could be 4-4 midway. Of course, I wouldn't look past Jacksonville. They did beat Kansas City. Seahawks got the Steelers next, then the Saints, and then the Cardinals, Rams. Huh. This is pretty much the schedule that just happened in real life. Because this is the first season. Steelers got the Patriots, Seahawks, and Niners. Well, that's not a very fun start. They could be 0-3. Who knows? Yes, Ryan Tannehill is the QB for the Titans on here. I was kind of hoping to be Marcus, and then I can use, and I can add Tennessee to that list of teams that uses the running playbook. I'll call it the scrambling playbook, and then the other one's the pocket playbook. Bears got Bengals. Oh yeah, ouch. After getting crushed by the Seahawks, now they gotta face the Niners. And let's see. Oh, I was looking for the Packers. Now they got the Vikings, Broncos, Eagles, Cowboys. Pretty average schedule. See, look at that. Talk about a bounce back win. Losing to the Rams 32-9 and then beating Tampa Bay. See, this is what makes me hope that the game kind of plays out like it would kind of do in real life. Like they got beat by a really good team and then come back and beat a so-so team. So we'll see. Not much else to show you right now. I do need to make sure I go back and because I forgot to change on some of the teams. I forgot to change the. See, as you can see, it says 13 minutes right now. I might bump that back up to 15 after a couple more games. Okay, I did it for the Saints, but I don't think I switched this for every team because I don't really want to do all this stuff too for every team. I want the computer to do it. Oh, and the other thing is yeah, I'm really making myself look good on here, but or bad or good, but it wasn't until maybe like 2 or 3 games left to go in week 1. I had the injuries off. Since I turned it off for the preseason, I didn't want any injuries in the preseason. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it good for now on that. It was just a quick little update of how things are going. Alright, hope you guys keep watching.